All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
One Outs, episode 25.
The finale. The finale. Final episode.
Yep.
And Toa might have gotten hurt.
He might
We'll
have.
see if he actually did get hurt, though.
I would not put it past Toa to be faking something just to be like, oh no, I guess I have to stop playing now or something.
Or specifically trying to make sure in order to not get seriously injured, he gave up an obvious way in which the runner could injure him so that he's like, okay, cool. I'm really glad he didn't go for my Achilles and grind it down with his spikes or something.
Just thinking about that.
There's so many things they could have done. So the fact that he kicked his ankle there, potentially rolling his ankle or, breaking it or some kinds of stuff like that. Yeah, it could be pretty bad. So we'll find out what happened. That being something where it could keep him then not just from being able to perform well, but then being in a position where he then is incapable of pitching and has to then pay the fee or the fine within the 1 Outs contract.
Yep, it's a good strategy for the owner to take.
Yeah, very good strategy. But given that this is also something that is effectively starting at the end of the season, means then that this is a go-read-the-manga kind of ending here.
Yep.
So we're going to get kind of like a
maybe it'll work, maybe it won't.
Yeah, we're going to
We'll
get
see.
kind of the end of a milestone within the 1 Outs kind of battle between the owner and Toa.
Right.
But yeah, after this episode, y'all, I'll also be revealing what show will be continuing with after this. Because there is no 1 Out Season 2.
Nope.
And the show that we'll be doing is one that has been in the polls quite a few times. Over the course of quite a long time, and has never won. So, and also not really done well in the polls either. So, I hope you guys are really excited for that. But check out the end of the discussion to see what that announcement is. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
戦いは終わらない。これからさ。
ただいま試合が中断しております。
大丈夫。どうってことねえよ。特地は大丈夫そうですが、林はかなり痛そうです。汚い。
Amazing acting.
Yes, Oscar-worthy performance.
They'll have to sacrifice him as a player to have him leave the game.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah.
俺をマウンドに上げろ。
Immediately. Yeah. It's the safest place for him is on the mound, actually. Yeah, and... Alright, you're good. You don't have to do it anymore. Yeah.
Right.
So how did it feel? Yeah, describe it. What happened? Wow!
Okay, cool.
ごめん大丈夫だった徳地君あ本当にすまんうちの林が乱暴なプレーしてこんなことがないようナインにはくれぐれも注意しておくからな白々
What did he put? Was that a button? That looked like a button for his pants, but did he put something?
違うね。実はマウンドこそ最も危険な場所なのさ。嘘じゃない。さっき林が徳地の足を狙ったが、あれで徳地を潰そうとしたわけじゃない。
It was to scare him away from first base. Oh, shit. Okay.
Cool.
残るはあと2人リカオンズバッテリー無難に最後を締められるでしょうか
そう。
Like, they can't really even hit his pitches, so it's not like they could try and hit the ball straight at him.
Oh, shit. This is their field, Jacob. This is their field.
Right.
They can do shit.
じっくり2人でビジネスの話をしたよ。
They've probably done some shit to the mound, and they're going to activate it here.
脅しですか。私もあなたに
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
はい勘違いしないでくれよ。ビジネスとして話をしている。
Business.
いい方法がありますよ
Okay.
何ですかいい方法って
俺にとっては徳地が明日以降試合に出られなくなる
And then you'll call him to pitch and do your strat, yeah.
白岡コーチとしては自分の不正を徳地が
Oh, shit.
全然わからない
Yeah, I have no idea.
ま慌てなくても
It has to be something beyond the game. Oh, beyond victory.
マウンドには徳地東和対するバッターは代打の川端 特地第1球を投げた。ストライク。ちょっと待った。なんか今のボール変な揺れ方したぞ。はじゃねえよ、井出口。そのボールちょっと見せろ。なんだこのボール。やつりがランドに引っかいた跡がある。はあ？反則だ。エメリーボールだ。
All their cheating can be dumped on Toa.
特地に不正をリークさせない方法。
No one will believe him if they
それは
get them
先に
to.
特地を不正の実行犯に
Right,
仕立てられることさ。当然その不正に関してはコミッショナーから叱るべき。
But during that time it's being reviewed, he won't be able to play. Wow.
Oh, cool.
Wow. That's so dirty.
That's
言いがかりじゃない。実際ボールにはヤスリの跡がある。
それってどうせ今打者がつけたんでしょう。特地がつけたって証拠がありませんよ。
宝が持ってるんだな。特地が紙ヤスリを。
they planted it on him. Okay, nice.
何のことだ。しらばっくれんな。きっと特地が紙ヤスリが何かを持ってるはずだ。
ちょっと待てよ。
審判、特地を調べてくださいよ、特地を。
やめろ。
地獄へ落ちろ。特地。
I actually really like this because
Yeah.
they're at their field too.
Right.
So they're immediately gonna suspect Toa as well. They think it's cheating, yeah.
球場内は大ブーイングです。
Yep,
Cool.
yep.
審判の様子からしてボールに傷があることはほんまみたいやな。これがもし本当に特地が故意につけたものだとすれば、
I've never seen this happen in
全然構
baseball.
わねえよ、俺は。よーし。なんと特地不正チェックを堂々と受け入れました。ただし一つ条件がある。そのボールに触ったやつ全員をチェックし。
Nice.
はあ？だってそうじゃねえか。
Makes sense.
ボールに傷があった。ただそれだけでピッチャーの俺が犯人ってのはあまりに短絡的すぎる。まず主審。俺がマウンドに上がった時、その新しいボールを井出口に渡した。次に井出口、そして俺、最後にボールの傷を見つけた川端。
あ、そうか。
Right,
紙
yeah.
やすりを持っているの
He
は
is too.
特地だけじゃない。ボールに傷をつけるために使った紙やすりは川端も持っているはずなんだ。なるほど、紙やすりを持っている川端は。
おお、じゃあ決まり。塁審さん、俺たちのボディチェックしてよ。
おいおい、どうなってんだ。そんなことをしたら困るのは川端、お前だろ。
I think Hellbot is being smart in that he can find a way to avoid having it by having him be searched first, so there's no weird like switching that happens.
ボールに傷があると騒ぎ出したとき、ネクストバッターズサークルの宮城
Yeah.
がそれを見に来て、
They picked up
しゃがんだ。
sandpaper.
宮城は紙やすり。
Wow.
Okay.
Well done.
さあ、場内が騒然としてきました。試合はまたもや中断。特地は本当にエメリーボールをやったんでしょうか。
They're being really thorough.
Yeah.
I'm actually like, wait.
Just about anywhere.
次はポケットに入れてるものを全部出して。はいはい、ポケットね。
Did Tokuchi already like swap it
い
again?
や、なんでも。なんだ今の。手に
Holy shit, how?
まさか紙やすり。なんで俺のポケットに紙やすりが。そんなはずは。だってさっき確かに宮城が拾ってったじゃねえか。ああ、審判、もうやめましょう。あ、こんなのやっぱエメリじゃないですよ、さっきの。は？なんだ。
Oh.
言い出すんだ川端。
俺の思い過ごしかな。
Oh, the umpire's like, sus!
Yeah.
そんなのはボディチェックが終わってから言えよ。
Uh-huh.
ボディチェックしても何も出てこなかったら偶然の傷。それでいいじゃねえか。
おい、どうしたんだ川端。何を言っているんだ。
やられた。川端は紙やすり。
Wait, what did the cameras pick up? Show us!
Yeah.
How?
When did he do it?
ブルーマーズの中島コーチが
Uh-huh.
特地のポケットに紙やすりを入れます。
Right.
がこの直後、特地はマウンドに上がり井出口と何か
Oh
話しています。
shit.
どうもここで特地は井出口に紙やすりを渡しているようなのです。よく見ててください。 拡大します。
出口が川端の
Oh my god. This is a hot potato.
Yeah.
Like, spy game.
Uh-huh.
納得いかねえな。反則実行犯呼ばわりされた俺の立場はどうなるよ。悪いと思ってるよ。
And this is the perfect way to get an investigation into the Blue Mars team.
わかったよ。ちゃんと謝る。土下座しろ。
Meal.
Oh my god.
Yes.
本当にすまないと思っているならできるはず。
Show your ass, basically.
なんと川端が土下座。特地自分に疑惑をかけた川端を土下座させた。前代未聞。まさに冷酷。まさに冷血感。
仕方ねえな。今日のところは勘弁してやる。
ああ、特地マウンドに戻ります。しかし大胆不敵。なんと
Oh
いう
my
ふてぶてしさだ。
god.
場内4万のブルーマーズファンからはだいぶ
That is amazing.
He just saved the entire team, or spared the entire team right there.
He's beaten.
そしてラストバッターも
三振。バッターアウト。
All right.
ゲームセット。
There it is. Oh my god.
Okay.
5位に浮上しました。やだ。
Oh shit.
He threw the ashtray. Yeah.
この試合によって特地の暫定年俸は43億6000万円。
Wow.
Yeah.
And the manager's gonna like.
Yep.
Yeah.
all
小島
right.
がリカオンズに入団して21年。
21
こんなにも
years.
自信にあふ
Yeah.
れ
Kojima's old.
生き生きとした選手たちを見るのは
Damn.
初めてだった。
あんたとの決着はまだついてねえんだからな。
決着？
沖縄で勝負したろ。あんたの引退と俺の腕をかけたワンアウト勝負。あの時俺はワンアウトで初めて敗北を喫した。その代わりリカオンズという弱小チームを優勝させることに
Yeah,
使
we
う
haven't won the
と win that.
championship
こそき
yet.
やがった。敗者は勝者に従わなければならない。それが勝負の世界の掟。
So cool.
Yeah.
He's so fucking cool. Hey. Back in the home field. Yeah.
Yep. Their adventures continue
長い
in the
無難
manga.
プレースは始まってまだ一月。
Only a month.
戦いはまだまだこれからである。
一口。
今日こそ関数の1週間以内に負けを邪魔にし
Some things never change.
ピッチャーはおなじみ特地とは。注目の第1球。大きく振りかぶって投げた。
そして特地東和は今日も投げる。投げ続ける。小島との決着をつけるために、リカオンズ優勝のために。
And
All
that's
right.
the show.
Toa won.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he won with style, as usual.
He won with style, but he also won in a way that made him rely on Itaguchi, which I really
Yes.
like because Itaguchi has kind of been the unassuming MVP of the other players, even more so
Than Kojima?
Than Kojima, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because he has to have a lot of trust in his catcher over and over and over again in a lot of these setups.
Right.
But this was one where Itaguchi could have just flubbed the sleight of hand. And
Sure.
it could have
Yep.
all been over right there.
Yep.
Like that could have been it. Now it wouldn't have screwed up Toa at all. But it would have screwed up the
Right.
Lycaons.
Exactly.
And the fact that Itaguchi went along with this plan, because he's like, yeah, fuck them. I know they've been teaching. Like, I'm motivated. I'm going to get these bastards back, you know?
Yeah, and,
like,
and I'm literally being handed the proof of their own meddling, right? So,
right.
So now, I'll turn that back on them.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They tried to put this on top. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
The audacity of these bitches. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
I like the way in which it keeps that rule of cool thing where we weren't even shown this. Like, this wasn't something they did in the episode. In some ways, this is probably the laziest kind of ways in which Toa beats them, by having Toa not be the one that does it, and even then have it be something that happens entirely off screen.
Right. Although I do like the idea that it's something where, with his background and everything, and like, you know, that he thinks in a similar way to the Blue Mars, you know, that if they're going to try and plant something on him, one, they probably aren't necessarily used to doing that kind of a thing. So the idea that he would have felt it, completely 100% by that. That he's just like, oh, yep, there we go. You know,
I think actually they've done this before. The way that the coach in the dugout kind of said, "I'm out of tricks." I think that was him basically saying like that was the kind of trick that they've done in the past to make sure that no one accuses them of cheating.
Sure.
Imagine if someone caught them cheating, they basically just say, "No, then we'll ruin your career."
Right.
You will no longer be able to play baseball because we'll totally throw this on you.
And it does make sense also for it to be a last ditch effort, because it's we do not want to get the attention of the baseball association.
Yeah, that the word cheating is associated in anything that happened with our team. You know?
Because then theoretically, if that happens, like, oh, hey, 3 times people seem to be cheating.
Why did everyone cheat against the Blue Mars team always?
Or even not necessarily actually cheating, but it seemed like they were cheating, but
and
then
the
an
Blue Mars
investigation happens.
And people of cheating.
Right, you know, it's like,
I will say, there is a psychological aspect, and this is something that I've as a person who has, like, probably one of my like weaknesses growing up was that I used to suspect a lot of people of just things in general, is that I learned that comes from an area of an insecurity regarding that you end up either being a deceiver or a cheater or a liar or something like that. And within games specifically, if you're one where you're like, oh, I'm going to take a little bit of an extra edge here with this specific thing.
Sure.
Like skirting the rules of something.
Right.
Like that was something I definitely did as a kid. Like I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, there's
I'm technically correct.
Right,
the best kind of correct.
Yeah. Right. There'd be like things where you do like we'd have these little like lightsaber fights as kids and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it'd be like, you know, make sure that you don't hit in these specific areas. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna win. Like
whack their fingers against the hard plastic, you know. Much worse than hitting someone in the face, you know. Like, as long as you're not like poking their eyes or something.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Playing dirty to win by any means necessary.
If you're not cheating, you're not trying hard.
Yeah, that's also true on some instances with games that are, you know, harmless as far as like the actual end result is. But yeah, if you're gonna accuse someone of cheating, you better be ready for someone to be like, hey, I can tell that this is fake. So for that one person, you've essentially made an enemy.
Right.
So Toa, someone who you can tell is smart, you really were hungry for that money, that 50 million, because this was a ballsy move.
He could have ended the entire team right there.
The whole team.
I love that, of course, you know, especially at their stadium, it's going to be seen as like some crazy power play, like what the hell, you know, you're making someone bow, like. But no, it's like with what's at stake, and I think it's be pretty easy for people to read between the lines. Like theoretically, it could be like an honest mistake. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You know, oh, you really want me to apologize?
Yeah.
Okay, but like if Toa just hadn't, it was just like, no, umpire, check him.
Yep.
You know, opens up an investigation into that. You know, that player gets in trouble and they start looking at the team and, you know, and all that stuff.
That player could crack too.
That player could crack, you know, and then suddenly it's just the whole shebang is done. The stadium, you know, like is, you know, just null and void, right? They need to.
There's a whole lot of people that would have been affected by this. And this is something that I'm actually curious if the manga explores even more. Because Toa might have thought about this in the fraction of a second that he made this decision.
It's like, I don't want to ruin their lives.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's not their lives. No. It's not their lives. Think about how many people are employees of the stadium.
Sure. That maybe have nothing to do with the cheating.
Nothing. Yeah. Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
it's not just the team here. This franchise, as they're called,
Sure.
has a lot of people's livelihoods that depend on this team to continue playing.
Sure.
And obviously, they can go and move and adjust and do all the different things and things like that. But that's not going to be easy, and Toa could literally end up ruining their lives. Now, Toa had to deal with a lot of shit in order to beat them here. But Toa also doesn't really care too much in the immediate sense about beating specifically the Blue Mars.
Right, exactly.
He is trying to take them to the championship, which means you have to win a lot of games.
And Blue Mars is one of their opponents.
Right, but Blue Mars, realistically, and I thought that this was kind of a cool thing, they're not the opponents that they're going to face in the playoffs. No, they're just a team that's had a recent kind of uptick in wins.
Exactly.
But they're not going to be the final boss,
Yeah.
No.
No.
Players aren't skilled enough for that.
Yes, absolutely.
And they only win really well at home games. So.
And I like how in this situation, kind of showcasing that, the other players are the ones that really have like an axe to grind, for the Blue Mars, because they're like, no, we're playing fair. We're finally doing well, right? And then you guys come in, you cheating bastards, and do all this shit.
Yeah.
No, we're pissed. Yeah. We're pissed. We don't want to put up with that, right? Whereas with Toa, it's like, respect the hustle, but no,
but no,
no, I'm not gonna let that slide.
So Toa makes him kneel. And I like that this is something that he's very aware of whose eyes are on this player.
Oh, yeah.
Not just the rest of the Blue Mars, but also the owner of the Lycaons. Basically saying,
huge power play.
I didn't just beat this team or this player, or I didn't just win these 3 games. I made a statement to you that if you try to do this in a cheating way, I will make you bend the knee.
Right,
I will make you bend the knee publicly. I will ruin you.
If you have a contest of strength or some other, some other area, right?
Sure.
Wits, whatever, being able to beat the person, if you're truly going at it all out, everything you got, the win ends up being kind of scrappy and sloppy, right? like even if you completely overpower them, right? It's still something where it's
you end up bruised and bloodied and messy.
Or at the very least, they end up bruised and bloodied because you have to take everything, out against them, right? Whereas if you have that next level, if you make them give up, if you just subdue them, right? Then it's the ultimate power play of I have enough confidence in the difference between our abilities that I don't
domination.
Exactly. I don't even need to destroy you, right? Like that's Toa has style.
Yeah. And he styled on them here.
Yep.
I love that they still tried every single batter that came up to the mound or to the batter's box was just like, one of them even got an actual bit of contact on Toa's pitch, and I was just like, wait a minute, Toa. Oh, yeah, they're trying. They're pissed off, but they're trying.
Buy the gumption, you know.
Maybe y'all would do better a little bit if you adjusted to, only cheating on like
don't
10%.
Don't depend on the cheating.
Don't depend on the cheating.
Right. This is an example of where it's like, okay, they got a bit complacent, right?
Yeah.
It's like this new thing that works. All right, cool. But what about the away games, right?
Yeah. Just be like the Patriots, Just cheat a little bit, just enough where it really counts.
So apparently, someone passed this along that the Blue Mars are based on the Bloomers.
What? What is that?
It's an actual team that got caught cheating, basically.
Oh,
that's what I heard.
Is it a Japanese team specifically?
I don't know. I didn't look up the team or anything, and so that in case there was like some element of it that was like
that's really. I wonder if legally they had to make their team the Blue Mars.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
But if they were caught cheating, then maybe I wonder if actually they were like. And we could legally have them be called the Bloomers.
Right. To be fair,
let's
I
not.
don't actually know if they were caught cheating. I know that the Bloomers were associated with cheating. Whether that's because people suspected them or whether because they were actually caught or whatever. Right.
I see. Yeah. All I know is that there was a big, big deal recently. And it's funny because I believe... I'm trying to remember if it was the Astros or a game with the Astros. there was a Major League Baseball team that was caught stealing signs recently in American Major League Baseball. And the funny thing is that the Astros are currently the number 1 seeded team in the MLB right now.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure about that, but I need to go back and double check because this was something based on this was something I looked into when the sign stealing mini arc was happening in the beginning of this series. Right. I was like, wait, so was that? Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So now I need to go back and check because this is a season that's currently ongoing. And if the Astros are cheating, I'm actually curious if it's like
what the fallout is,
what the fallout has been, or what it is being, or something like that. Because where we live, the Mariners are starting to show up.
They're starting to do some shit.
They're starting to actually like go, and the Mariners are like notoriously one of the worst teams in all of baseball. Like
they haven't done anything.
Like in the Major League Baseball league, right. they have never been to the World Series ever. Ever. No, and I don't think we've even won a. I'm trying to remember if we have won a championship. Not World League. Well, I think by the nature of us not being to the World Series, then by nature we haven't won the playoffs because then we would go to the World Series.
Gotcha.
So. Yeah. But anyway, it's just a cool example of another team where it's like underdogs potentially trying to go the distance, but dealing with a cheating team. It's like, could be interesting. But
this show's
Toa,
over.
Way to go! I like calling back to Dojima's promise with him that he was going to go and take this whole season with them to take them to the championship. Obviously, he can't make Toa, rewrite reality to make them go to the championship.
That's the Lycaons as a team will have to figure that out.
Yeah, but this is the kind of thing where Toa as a character becomes a little bit more likable because then you're reminded that he does care about the Lycaons winning.
Yep.
He's not just doing this for the thrill of gambling or for the money.
Although that doesn't hurt.
Oh, no, that definitely helps. But the thing is that the one outs contract is one where he can absolutely win at that and not have the Lycaons actually win their games.
Yeah. Toa feels like a very surprisingly, like using the D&D alignment system, lawful alignment character. It's just not necessarily with the rules of society. But like this whole show is an act of him making good on a gamble that he did.
Yeah.
And a gamble that he lost. And that doesn't often happen, right? So he is treating it with an immense amount of respect, right?
Yeah.
Of course, he, might as well earn some money while he's going and keep it entertaining with more gambling, right?
Yeah.
But, this is a very big deal to him.
Yeah. But all right. Yeah, we'll have to check out the manga at some point.
Indeed.
On our own time or what have you. But, y'all, I chose another show that we're going to be doing in continuation. After this, there's going to be a Tuesday slot show. So if you want to see the first episode's reaction on early access of Shinsekai Yori, an anime that has been on a lot of polls, but specifically polls from like the early days of the channel. I believe it's a two-core anime.
Yeah.
So yeah, another two-core, just like one outs. But if you want to see the first episode's reaction of that right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.